Ski. I see dead people. The almighty EA Ski.
Ski. CITO. Got you, family. Still having visions of niggas making bad decisions. Fast collisions like X say if you gamble with giving away your whole way of life, then crap. What's the haps? What's your next play? Said if you sold it, controlling interest in your mind, body, and soul. I wonder what your checks say. And if you got a number dial on your phone to talk to God all alone, scared to call what the text say. I get it, led astray, scared to say what you be seeing in Hollywood, cause you probably could be dead today. You got a debt to pay. Hey, cool G, I hit the deck and pray. Pull a Tito and you can just step away. Who next to play with their manhood? Cash out, walk around like a hoe, tooting up with your ass out. Hey, apologies to the G's for being late with mine. Ski's a professional, he'd want me to take my time. I'm taking mine, you ain't hear me, I'm taking mine. Take the blind, dumb and deaf and polish and make them shine. They make them sign with bag dangling in front of y'all. I've been in the same boat with each and every one of y'all. We're from transatlantic to we just paying Atlantic, universal, capital. They don't love none of y'all. Done it all, seen it all before I took a breath. Fool, I'm a vet, betting nothing but rookies left. Y'all niggas flawed, fraud, and really sick to death. Fuck around and do it right, and they always looking left. More or less, use a hoe, I guess.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year, man! Yeah!
Almighty EA Ski. Track.
Hit that like button for the almighty EA, y'all. Let's get it, let's get it. Yeah.
The almighty EA Ski.
What's good?
Track.
I definitely can hear Ice Cube on that for sure. What up with y'all, man? Blessings, man. Blessings to everybody that's on here, man. Happy New Year's, man. I know it sounds crazy to say Happy New Year's on April 1st, but it's the truth, man. You know, they got us. You know, they got us. And I want to talk about that just a little bit before I go into, you know, saying the drums and everybody that's going out getting the drums, man. I see y'all are committed. Cats have already buying the drums and 50% off today. So if you don't know about it, it's only today. So at midnight, the sale is off. You get 50% off. So go get those drums. If you want to have some great drums, start this new year off, man, go get the drums. But I just want to talk about this a little bit. I'm not going to go super deep in it because sometimes these conversations can go over the head of people that's still stuck in like worldly thoughts. But there's a lot of stuff that's went on with us as we came up, you know, being born into this world. You know, I think people are starting to see a lot of stuff that's going on. I think people are starting to get a little bit more enlightened and to see that we've been played with. I think people are starting to realize that. I think there's a lot of people that know that God is real. And I think that they're starting to realize that they're trying to take God out the equation. I think people are starting to see why the music is so demonic now, why everybody's worshiping Satan. You know, it's just like everything. Everybody has an agenda on how they want to do stuff. This world is ran by Satanists. So once you understand the people, the power is in the Satanists. And this is why they so connected and they have their own society. And that's why they make it so hard for us that's really, really trying to play by the rules, you know, because we're trying to play by the rules and they're playing by different rules. And the rules only work for the ones that's in that secret society. And that's the way the music business go. That's the way the entertainment business go. That's where basketball, sports, all of this stuff is based upon you being in a society. And if you're in that society, you get the perks. If you're not, then you know you're gonna struggle a little bit. You're gonna have to just really turn to God to help you through the trials and tribulations. And but in the process of that, they tell you that God's not real. They tell you, hey, worship your friends, worship, idolize, you know, celebrities, idolize this person, idolize that, which we already know biblically that's just not correct. You know, we shouldn't be idolizing anybody. We should be inspired. And I always tell people, when you come on here, man, don't idolize me. Just be inspired. You know, watch my work ethics, watch, you know, me practicing what I preach, watch me showing you through trial and tribulations that I'm teaching y'all stuff that I do myself. I'm not being a hypocrite out here, not doing what I do. I do what I do, and I try to show y'all in real time. You know, I showed you from working on the Cube album to It's My Ego to hitting the charts. I'm showing you in real time how to go be original and how to go out here. And I'm also showing you that you can still survive in the game being an OG. You know, because contrary to what people think and all the telling OGs to bow down and telling OGs, hey, y'all old, get the fuck out the game, you know, that's not real. All the OGs are still winning, you know, even though they don't talk about it. They don't talk about what Cube has done. They don't talk about what Common and Pete Rock do. They don't talk about what Nas do. They don't talk about all of these OGs that's out there really, really benefiting from their music and making real music and making real money. Because it's not popular to talk about people that's doing it against the grain, is doing it against the secret society. It's not popular to talk about people that's successful, that's not selling their soul. And that's just something, a pill y'all gonna have to swallow, whether y'all want to believe it or not. You know, all of this idolizing these people, man, be inspired. You see somebody say, man, you dope. But these men and women can mislead you. You got all these women that's out here setting up sex pages and OnlyFans and have this whole soup. That's an all an agenda. These people are getting paid to go out here and create these propagandas that's out here. And our young kids, our young daughters, our nieces, our nephews, our, you know, brothers, cousins, aunties, even older people, they're looking at this stuff and they're following these trends. You got young kids out here now talking about they want to get BBLs. Just because the agenda is set to train our minds to not believe in ourselves and not believe in what God has given us. And it's sad. And now it goes now to why you wonder why they tried to set January to be the New Year's. Because it's keeping our bodies unaligned. We're unaligned. We're so unaligned, it's like a car. If your car is not aligned, you can't function in life. Why you think so many people right now are so dysfunctional? Because their life is unaligned. It's like, you know, they're believing in stuff. They looking at stuff. They watching social media. They out here. They talking about the pastor that locked the church doors. They talking about People are so on the line because they're so distracted, and this is what they do to keep us off our pivot. This is why I tell y'all, man, you gotta pray, man, to stay locked in so you don't let all of these distractions, because once the distractions hit you, it's a black hole. It's gonna be hard to get out these holes, man. You know, and I can preach this over and over again, but I had to learn that once you start detaching yourself from the world and you start really praying, you start seeing clearly on what's going on, you start making better decisions. And you start really, really aligning yourself with success, because you have to be at peace to be successful. You can't be in chaos. And a lot of y'all are in chaos. A lot of y'all watch a lot of feeds. A lot of y'all watch destructive stuff. A lot of y'all watch people that's just entertaining, but they're destructive. They serve no purpose. And so it's going to be hard for y'all to understand that you're 4 months into this so-called year, even though this is the first of the year. They got us 4 months in already. So now we 4 months into almost hitting summer. So that we all unaligned. We like this supposed to be where we starting our year and starting to do what we need to do. We so off balance right now. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I really want people to really start getting back into really, man, praying, man. I don't care if you don't go to church or whatever. Just get on your knees, man, and be humble and pray and watch what God does. He's going to work through you. But you got to be humble to get on your knees and pray. Some of y'all just thinking, oh, I'm praying in my head. No, you lazy. You don't want to pay homage to the Almighty, the real Almighty, because I'm not the real Almighty. That's just my stage name. But the real Almighty that gives us everything, that gives us all of these blessings and all this stuff that we're able to do, and our full potential is gone because we're not being humble. So I just want to just say that to everybody out here, like, I get it. I get it. We all been deceived. We've all been played, even with some of the things that happened 4 years ago. I don't want to say, because I don't, you know how they are. They'll flag you and take your stuff down and tell you violated. And I don't even want, that's how wicked the game is. If you say something truthful, they'll take your stuff down, flag you, tell you this, that. It's a cold game out here, bro. They never going to play fair. They never going to play by the rules. So with that being said, man, I just hope that y'all be blessed, man. And I hope and I pray, man, that it is the first of the year, as far as I'm concerned, is that you do have to realize that you're 2 months away from summer, so-called summer now. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, are you going to get some stuff together? Are y'all going to be inspired, go in there and work on some hard stuff? Because time is ticking, man. A lot of y'all said, hey, man, when January 1st come, man, I'm starting my year. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get my diet going. I'm going to get this. Have you? Have you? Have you done anything that you said you want to do since the start of January? Since the 1st of January is y'all so-called new year to y'all. Have you done anything from January 1st to April 1st that says, hey, I'm on track? I'm on track. What have you done? Have you? Have you made any changes in anything? Diet, mindset, mentally, breaking away from toxic people, getting ready to put out a record. What have you done? What's going on? Where you at? Where you at? See, we could talk music and gear all day, but when it's time to talk reality and it's time to talk mental and spiritual, people tap out. People tap out, man. Spring is the new. Good morning, Ski. That's real. Spring is the new. That's when everything blossoms, everything blows, everything starts growing. That's the new year. When everything starts growing and blossoming and coming out, that's when you're refreshed and you're new. Not in the fall, in the winter when you're freezing to death. That ain't new. People in bed trying to make kids. They freezing, trying to cuddle. That's cuddle time. So, man, we got to start thinking, man. We got to start changing. We got to start trying to eat the best foods we can. A lot of the foods that we eating is messing our minds up because all the stuff that's in it, man. We got to try to do something, man. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But what I am saying is we have to make a conscious effort to get to that point, man. And if we don't, We're gonna live a horrible, horrible rest of our lives because our lives is gonna be controlled by other things but God. And if you don't try to make a conscious effort to get back to God, man, we're in trouble, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now, man. And I don't care how people feel about it. I don't care if people atheists. I don't care if people Satanists. I don't care. This is my channel. I'm gonna tell you that I'm here a messenger. I'm here to try to work in God's favor, man, and try to put that word out there that, man, I know how powerful He is to make stuff happen. And we don't start believing in that, we're gonna suffer. We're gonna suffer the consequences, bro. I'm not telling nobody to run out here to your nearest church where pastors is locking venues up and keeping you locked up with AK-47s, telling you, like, you better give me 40K. Because that's all a game too. That's all a game. And you see how they promote that stuff on TV and they promote it and they get people to talk about it. How do you know they didn't stage that? How do you know they didn't just do that, just play with your mind, just to make you not want to go to church? You know what I'm saying? Like, they play so many games, bro, with us. So many mental games, man. Do y'all know that sometimes they put stuff on TV and on the news just to program you so you do think a certain way, and it might not even be like that. We fall for the banana tailpipe all the time. You know? But I love y'all, man, and I just want the best for y'all, man, unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about this music. What I mean by that is I do care about this music, but I don't care about this music more than care about people's mental and their spiritual. Somebody asked me the other day, man, you know, Ski, how do you go about want to deal with an artist? And my answer to them was that they spiritually and mentally got to be right. Because I don't care if you're good. I don't care if you got talent. I don't care if you're not talented. I care if your spirit and your mind is right. And you're like, damn, never thought about it. I said, well, think about it like this here. How do we go about getting great artists, great producers, great musicians, great anybody if they spirit and they heart ain't right? How do we build relationships with a woman? How do you build a relationship with a man? How do you build a relationship with anybody if their heart and their mind ain't right? I'm really asking this question right now. See, a lot of y'all go into doing stuff because it's an agenda. Oh, he's good at this. He's good at that. So let me take advantage of him. Let me take advantage of him. Let me take advantage of her. Let me take advantage of him. Like, everybody has an agenda on why they deal with people. I've never been that person, man. I've always been a person. I deal with you based upon your spirit. Everybody asks the story about Master P. Master P was just a good person at that point in time. Humble, respect what I did. I was already multi-platinum. I could have easily be like, oh man, you ain't on my level, Master P. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what you're doing right now. No. Anybody that know the story behind me and Master P will understand who I truly am as a man, away from a producer, but as a man. This man wasn't doing nothing. Nobody wasn't messing with P. Nobody. When I tell you nobody was messing with Master P, nobody was messing with him. They laughed at him. They humiliated him. They joked on his accent. They joked on him being country. They joked on him not being a great rapper. I mean, it was a lot of stuff that went on that people don't know. See, y'all see the Master P now. Y'all talking about Master P, Master P. Y'all like Roger Lynn. Roger Lynn. But nobody was there when I was dealing with Roger Lynn, when I was rallying around Roger Lynn. Nobody was saying nothing about Roger Lynn. When I was dealing with P, nobody was yelling Master P. I was the dude that was going through the storm with homie. I was the dude that was putting him in my studio and allowing him to do some of the best work to get him so he could start making structure and making stuff based upon him being a good person. He didn't have nothing to offer me. He was just a good dude, and we played ball together and we built a relationship. If you don't have great relationships with people and it's not unconditional, where you know that, man, I'm not doing this because I need something from you. I'm doing this because you're a good person. Then you got to ask yourself, what kind of relationships do you truly have? Because from what I see, everybody has a relationship based upon, okay, he could do this for me. He could do that for me. He could do this for me. He could do that for me. He could do this for me. It's like, those ain't real relationships, man. Those ain't real relationships. That is superficial, ulterior motive relationships. And once you have relationships like that, they are what they are. You're going to find yourself always playing a game with people. They're going to come, they're going to go. Relationships going to come and go, come and go, come and go, because they're not real relationships. You know? So, you know, I just try to tell people, man, you know, when you go through life, man, you have to be a good person, man. You have to be a good spiritual person. You have to, same with, look, Crook, give me $20, right? I've been rocking with Crook for a long time. I remember messaging Crook and telling Crook about some stuff because I seen his passion about what he was trying to do. And I just gave him a little gems, you know, just a couple of gems. I didn't know Crook from nowhere. I just like, hey, bro, I like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Gave him a little things and left it alone. We built a relationship from there. It was just because I seen his passion and I didn't want him to not do stuff the correct way. So I gave him this information unconditionally. I didn't want nothing back from it. Nothing back from it. You know, contrary to what people know, man, all the stuff I've done for P, I ain't never came back and say, P, man, you know, you should pay me for them royalties, you know, back. I ain't never done that. I've never got no money from P, from all the stuff I've done. It's just out of love. You know what I mean? It was out of love. It was out of love. I ain't never hit P up, man, you owe me for this and this and that, even though he might. I didn't do it for that. I did it because I had love for you. I didn't know P was going to blow to be who he is right now. I had no idea. I had no idea. Half the people I work with, I didn't know they was going to blow to be who they were. But I didn't do it because I did it because they were cool people at that time. Now, you know, unfortunately, sometimes when people get big, they tend to forget at some point in time, you know, where they come from. That's just a proven fact. Some people tend to get on the high horse and now they're getting the recognition and now they tend to forget, hey, you know, I'm doing it now. So they kind of forget and bite the hand that fed them. You know, that happens. That happens. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? But I'm always here to remind them, hey, man, you know, hey, I was the one that did that. And I think some people knew that I had a little, you know, couple words, you know, for P a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Those who remember that. And I just want to remind them, hey, you do know you was on Drink Champs. You said everybody but me. Hey. You know, like, bro, like, it's hard trying to be unconditional to people. I see why people want to be mean-spirited. I see why people don't trust nobody. I see why people go into agendas and, okay, I'm just going to use him because he going to use me. You're like, you can't even have a real relationship with people because you already thinking that they're going to do something dirty to you. How can you be a real individual when you already think in your mind they're going to try to play you, so you try to play them before they play you? Even in a man and woman relationship, you know, you can't be girlfriend and boyfriend for too long because you thinking, okay, she going to probably cheat. He going to probably cheat. So you do it before they do it. And then you don't have a relationship. How can you be with somebody where you just can't trust them? Where you always thinking something's going to go wrong? That's where we at today. People are trying to beat people to the punch so they don't get their feelings hurt, so they don't get played first. That's what's going on. You know? I heard somebody say when the whole controversy was going on with the converters, oh man, you know, that was EA Ski just trying to make a play so he could sell his drums. You know, sometimes when people say stuff, I just laugh. I laugh hard, man. Sometimes I turn this camera off. I just be sitting on the couch. This dummy. You really think that I talked about converters just so I could sell y'all my drums? Whoever said that has to be the most dumbest person that I've ever met in my life. Bro, do you understand that my drums are my drums? Whether y'all have my drums or not, I'm going to be making heat with my stuff, whether you get them or you don't get them. The only reason why y'all got my drums was the fact that y'all kept thinking that converters didn't mean nothing. So when I allowed my drums to be released so you could hear the power of them, that was the only reason why. Because up until then, I'm really never really thought about just putting out drums. And the only reason why, like Black Seed would say about the mob drums, is because I did a situation with Native Instruments. And they asked me for some drums. So I had these drums called mob drums. But other than that, I could have been putting out drums. I could have been putting out all kinds of stuff. But I didn't. But I did it for y'all. And then once I seen that y'all liked it, I said, you know what? I'll try to supply a little bit more for y'all. But I don't think y'all know what it takes to make those drums. I don't think y'all think, you just think, oh, you can just make drums, man. No, man. It takes time to do what I do. It takes time to make great stuff. And the only way you're going to be able to be great, man, is you're going to have to tap into yourself, and you're going to really, really have to really understand that all of that stuff that they teaching y'all right now is all nonsense. Teaching y'all to work fast, teaching y'all workflow, teaching y'all that, oh, you can cut these corners, you cut these corners, you can get this melody pack. Yes, you can. Can you get a gang of melody packs and make something dope? You can. Can you get this and make something quick? You can. Can you use this machine and it does all of this for you really quick? Yes. Now, this is the part that they don't tell you. Are you actually building skills? Are you actually knowing how to be able to do stuff in crutch situations where when it's time to really get down to the nitty gritty, are you going to really have the skills to be able to build on your own? Are you thinking for yourself? Or are these melody packs and all of these things, are these things thinking for you? Are these machines doing the work that you're not doing? Do you really understand how to do stuff? Do you understand that these presets might not be built for you? They might be meant for just for them to show you a demo so you can tweak your own stuff. You dig what I'm saying? This is the reason why people are scared of real hardware. People are scared of Moog ones and just stuff you gotta tweak and make your own sounds. That's hard. Because the average person don't want to make their own sounds. They want to sound like somebody else. So it's the cheat code is always, let me buy this pack. Let me buy that pack. Let me buy that melody. Let me buy this melody. Drums is a little bit different because you could be creative with drums. So I'm never against people buying drums, whether it's my drums or somebody else's drums. I'm never against that because drums can allow you to be very, you could stack your drums. You could do this. You could take one drum from here, take that. You can take that drum and say, oh, I like the texture of that and add it with some drums you got. Drums is never more the issue because you can do a lot of creative things with. Melodies you can do things with, but sometimes you want, as a musician and as a person that's doing beats, you want to be able to sometimes make your own melodies. Teach yourself how to make your own melodies. You'll be so proud of yourself. When you know it's your own melody that you created, do you know how happy you're going to be? You're going to be like, man, I made that. Can you imagine you making a melody and everybody is singing your song and you're like, dude, I made that with my own hands. I created that. I made that melody. Do you know how great you're going? You know how many of these people that's out here has got Grammys, that's got plaques, and they know that they took a sample pack and made a melody and they got popular? They soul can't rest. You know why? Because they're like, yeah, I produced it, but I used his pack and his pack and his pack and his pack and his pack. Took a drum loop. But here I am. A lot of cats ain't happy with that. They might smile and play like they're happy, and they'll live off the popularity of it, but deep in their heart, they know they really didn't creatively do it. They really just kind of used a bunch of cheat codes. And that was one of the biggest reasons why I didn't never want to sample in the beginning of my career. Because that was a cheat code. And there's nothing wrong with sampling. There's nothing wrong with melody packs. It's just that at some point in time, you want to show that you can make something on your own away from everybody. That's yours. That that at some point in time, they go back and sample you because you built a composition that only you made. It didn't come from somebody else. It came from you. Do you know that's the greatest feeling in the world to know that that is your composition? When they say trigger, when Biggie just said, somebody posted up something about Biggie saying, man, one of his biggest songs that he loved is Trigger Got No Heart, Spice One. I said, really? I stepped back like, what? Like, that was his biggest motivation, was Trigger Got No Heart. Now I'm thinking, damn, that wasn't a sample. That was all original. I remember when I did it. Damn, that feels good. That feels good to know that considered one of the greatest of all times said that about that record. Do you know how great that feels? You know how great to have a record like It's My Ego and to know that, yeah, it's inspired by a little bit of Al Green, but it's all original? That it's not a sample? And be able to say that's my composition? Man, it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. I want y'all to feel good about what y'all do, man. You know, get creative, man. Yeah, thank you, man. Everything I put those drums on tells me you're surgical. Thank you, Yak. I appreciate you, brother. Ski, you're making platinum Grammy nominated songs that are the biggest songs of the client's already packed career in 2025. Master P sells cereal. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Ski, I was at a music event last Friday and someone asked me about my setup. I was shocked that they didn't even know what hardware synthesizers is. People forgetting about hardware altogether. They are, man, but that's, like I said again, that's an agenda. That is an agenda. Langston, what's up, sir? There's a convenience culture that designs to keep you handicapped for stuff that's basic. That is very true, brother. That is very true. That is a very true statement, Langston. Real talk. Real talk. Was just having this convo with my dog about authenticity. That, yep, some people don't care if they use a pack or a sample. As long as they take the credit, they're good with it. And I think that's the problem with hip hop in general, is that people just want to have credit for having a record. They don't care how they do it. They don't care if they cheat. They don't care if they use melody packs, loops. They don't care if they use everybody's stuff. As long as they can say, I did it, and they get the credit for it. But, you know, you got to ask yourself, how much credit do you get when you're out here and you're not really putting in the work, right? Imagine the players that come off the bench in the NBA. They never really get playing time. They kind of come off the bench. They step in, they sub. And then you win the championship. Everybody's getting rings. Well, you know, everybody get a ring. But how do you feel when you're going around with a ring and you've only played maybe 2 minutes every game? You just come in for about 2-3 minutes. You maybe get 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes of playing time. And you walking around with a ring. I'm the champion. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're on a championship team, but you kind of got a ring by default, homie. Yeah. The third string. Man, I'm the champion. Yeah, you never had any playing time, but yeah, you are a champion by default. It's wild, man. Hey, Ski, I got your drum kits. The word on the street is they are the shiznit. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You know, I mean, let's think about it like this here. Even when Langston has been working hard on this Zulu, going through it, being a black engineer. I don't think people understand how hard it is being black. I'm not trying to make this a racial thing, but I got to be truthful. When you black, this is a whole different politics that come along with this game. Straight up. I don't care what anybody say, because I am black. You got to deal with stuff that's so wicked and so ungodly. It's almost like, how can this even be right? They don't play fair. They ain't gonna make it easy for you. As many dope hip hop producers, a lot of these companies won't even endorse a black artist. They do all the overseas artists, all the British accents, all of them, but the cats here, and if they do, They only gonna do it just enough to take advantage of whatever you got going on right now. And then they go like, okay, you disposable. That's a whole nother conversation though. And I ain't even gonna just try to pull that one up. I'm just letting you know. It's real talk. Langston, Muddy Waters had credit too, but he had nothing to show for it. If your business ain't straight, a credit won't be worth credit. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Lanks. You're absolutely right. It's a cold game, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick little story. I might have told this before, and if I'm repeating myself, then that lets you know that I'm telling you the truth, because it's hard to tell a lie and tell it again. You got like, oh, what did I say the last time? I think I said, you got to try to remember a lie. This is how you know I'm being truthful. When I did my deal with Columbia, I understood the politics of the record label. I understood that majority of the artists, black artists, they feel like they're just ignorant. They just think that we can be taken advantage of, bullied. We'll accept anything. Being that most urban artists come from bad communities, hardship, broken parents, all of that, they understand how to take advantage of us and manipulate us in a way where we kind of play ourselves, because we're so starving that we'll take anything. So they don't have to really manipulate us that much. All they got to do is just throw us a little bone. Hey, you want to be a star? Hey, come get this, And we're just, hey, I ain't never had nothing there, so we jump at it. So they don't have to do that much to get us to sell our souls, because we already feel like we ain't got nothing. That's why you see so many people wearing dresses and wearing makeup and doing just suspect stuff. You're like, man, what's going on? Because people feel like they already ain't got nothing. So I might as well do whatever I need to do to make a living, to come up, to do what I got to do. So people will compromise it all now. You're starting to see that in these last days. But what I am saying is that a lot of labels don't expect a person like myself to be so sharp and smart. This is the reason why when you look at a person like a Cube, you look at anybody that's a great businessman in this business, man, they got to kind of do what they own. If you see, Cube does his stuff under his own company, Lynch Mob. Cube is putting his own stuff on his own company, Lynch Mob. EA Ski's putting his own stuff under his company, Infrared Music Group. Because we understand that's a different beast when you start dealing with these corporates. But I went to Columbia. I came in with paperwork, signatures, sample clearance. I had everything together. And I remember her name was Nikki Martin. And Nikki Martin was actually, she was head A&R for G Unit Records too at that time. So she was helping 50 with the G Unit Records stuff. And if you know, 50 was connected with Columbia. I was on Columbia, and then he left, and then he started G Unit and went over with Dre and them. But Nikki Martin was my person that I had to turn my stuff over to. And she seen that I had all my stuff, and she looked at me, she like, I've never seen this in my life. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She like, you are an artist, you are a producer, you produced your record, you cleared your samples, you cleared all the artists. I had all the paperwork on all the, because I got to understand, when you do features with artists, you got to get clearance from the other artists, from the label, for them to be on your album. So a lot of people don't realize you can't just do a feature. So if I'm on a major label and say I want Cube, and Cube is on priority, and say I want, Nas or whoever on different labels, I have to go to the label and get their consent for them to be on the album. I can't just do features. Like a lot of y'all think you can just put, when you're independent, you can. But when you sign to labels, you got to get clearance. And not only you got to get the clearance for them to be on the album, but if you do a video, you got to get video clearance. You got to get single clearance. Bro, if y'all understood how much stuff that comes along with the game, y'all will go pay for. That's why you heard Lil Turk say stuff like, cats will do a feature with you and they'll get $50,000 from you and do the feature. But they know that the label ain't gonna clear it, so you'll lose the $50,000 because they did the feature, but you gave them the money. But the label say, hey, we not clearing that. I don't care what money you gave them. We're not gonna let you clear that. You can't use it, and you out of $50,000. So you don't understand the politics of the game. Is a cold game. Cats have got hustled out of their money because they didn't understand. Artists right now, listen, if I'm signed to Atlantic right now, And Crook, I just see Crook's name right now. Crook said, hey, Ski, man, you know, I want to give you 20 grand right now, man, to get on my record. Now, I know the game, but just say I want that 20 grand. I said, cool, I got you. I do the rhyme, I do the verse for you, I get on your stuff, you happy. You're like, all right, man, I want to put it out. I said, man, you know, you're going to have to go talk to Atlantic, man, because, you know, I'm signed to them and they got all my rights. So he go try to talk to Atlantic. No, we're not doing it. Well, I paid him 20 grand. That's too bad. And if I want to be like, hey, man, you know, I don't know what to tell you, Crook. Man, you know, they didn't clear it. But I did what you asked me to do. But yeah, I did what you asked me to do, knowing that they wouldn't clear it. A real dude would have been like, look, Crook, I'll do it for you, but let's talk to the label to make sure that if I do it for you, they'll give you the rights for you to use me. I don't want to take your money and then they don't clear it on the back end. Well, that's what these suckers is out here doing. They know these labels ain't going to clear it. So now these cats are giving cats 20, 75,000, all of this money not getting. So that's why you start hearing it underground. You just start hearing it. You're like, why is this song underground and on mixtapes? Because the label didn't clear it. Wouldn't let them put it out for video. Wouldn't let them put it. So it's a cold game, bro. This is the game that y'all don't understand. This is the game that you will never know about. And this is why so many people are so bitter and so vindictive acting, because they've been hustled and bamboozled for so long. And this is why I say you got to crawl before you walk. A lot of y'all think y'all know the game. Y'all don't know the game. Y'all just internet game. Look on the internet. Let me watch this dude. Oh, he on the MPC. Got the game. He made a beat on the MPC. Oh, he got a lot of analog equipment. Oh, he's on the synth. Man, that don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing, man. You got to study, man, all the time, man. And this is what happens. But they're teaching us workflow, quickness. There's so much stuff we need to learn every day in this business. And we're going to suffer. Not paying attention. So I say all that to say this, man. You know, I hope that this trigger right back to the beginning conversation of, if your spirit ain't right and your heart ain't right, you're not going to get this knowledge that's going to help protect you when you get in these situations, because you won't have no discernment, because you just live just off of whatever you see. You're just like, you know, anybody else. I've seen this. Oh, this is what it is. I've seen this. This is what it is. It's like you don't want to be that person that just live your life seeing stuff like, oh, that's what it is. Bro, if that's what life was, every time you seen something and that was the real, man, we'd all be winning. Everybody's seeing everything and losing. You know why? Because you're looking and you're watching other people that's doing fraudulent stuff that's setting you up, and you don't have no discernment. You're not praying on how to look at stuff from a bigger, broader perspective than the internet or idols. Don't you know these idols get paid to deceive you? You got idols that'll tell you, hey, man, take this pill, man. This helped me get strong. And all of a sudden, you die the next day. They didn't take the pill. Oh, I take these pills every day. Yeah, they showed a video of you saying, yeah, I take these pills. They just took a water pill and stuck it in their mouth. But they ain't the real pill they giving you. It's going to kill you. Like, bro, man, y'all got to, man. It's easy to set people up just by giving them propaganda, man. And that's why the music community is destroyed, because the propaganda of what people are teaching is so wicked that by the time you figure out that that's not how you should move, it'll be too late. You'll be wanting to stop music and be like, man, I can't do it no more, man. I got to do this. Yeah, because you allowed the wrong people to talk to you. You didn't pray on it. Brother Blink, what's good, man? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's knowing how to hit the like button too, man. You know what I mean? That's something we shouldn't even have to talk about neither, man. As long as we've been doing this, the like button should be like automatic, man. The like button should be like you hitting the drum machine. It's just like the drum machine, y'all. You just hit it, the thumb go up or go down or whatever you want to do. Hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Y'all be killing me out here, bro. It's crazy. You could talk to people every day and niggas will still be stupid. It makes no sense. You could talk and then people, yeah. yeah, 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 yeah. You see them in traffic and they just doing something stupid. You're like, bro, we did all that talking for you to do that? Crazy, man. Crazy. It's crazy, man. You know you're in the last days when you could tell somebody some real stuff and they be like, man, you right, bro. I didn't think about it like that. Then the next day, they out there just looking like a fool. Hey, man, listen. You know, you need to shower more. Yeah, you're right, man. I do need to shower more. I mean, I just try to get up in the morning and start my day, man. See him 2 days later, smelling like a musty octopus. You like, come on, man. Bro, I just told you about showering. I'm telling people, hey, man, stage game, man. You know, if you stage game, level your stuff off. Yeah, I should stage game. You absolutely right. They post a video up. You see the meters in the red distorting and peaking, and you like, I guess that's your definition of stage gaming, huh? It's wild, bro. It no matter what you say, people gonna do they gonna do the opposite, man. It's just in people's nature because people don't believe what you tell them. It's like they said, you got to learn the hard way, right? Got to learn the hard way. People love learn. That's why I say y'all be into whips and hot wax and stuff hitting your back and somebody pulling the hair off your chest. Like y'all into that type of stuff. See, I don't like that. I don't like no pain, bro. Don't y'all are into S&M, man, because y'all love to get y'all feelings hurt. No matter what a person say, you'll do the opposite. You like it. You want a hot cat on your back. You want anything that's gonna cause you some type of pain. But they'll hit the like button on a BBL. You're absolutely right about that, Crook. 79, what's up with it? 79, what's good? I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah, man. Y'all be liking pain, bro. I've never seen this in my life. There's been many of people that I've told people information. And you just sit back and you just say, didn't I tell this dumb mother? They'll do it anyway. They'll do it anyway. Man, I know a homeboy that I told, hey man, don't mess with this girl, man. She kind of out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know the dude that she was kicking it with, man. She out there, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you right, man. I shouldn't mess with her. Man, this dude went to Vegas and married her. Ain't that disrespectful? Think about this for a second. If you think you close with somebody and you tell them something, and they say, man, you right, man. Thank you, bro. And they give you a pound. They like, thank you for that information. And then the next day they go and do the opposite and they go marry the person that they said they wasn't going to do. That says a hell of a lot about and what that person think about you. What they think about your information. They basically say, your information is bullshit. You should have kept it to yourself. That's why people don't talk anymore, bro. That's why people just stay silent. They want to say stuff, but they like, nah. You gotta learn the hard way. People don't even like to talk no more, man. People don't like talking no more. It's cold game. Record company rules, contracts never benefit the artist. Got to know that's coming in the door. Facts. Factual. Definitely factual. Definitely factual. So yeah, man, with all that being said, man, I just hope people just understand that the biggest challenge moving forward today on this New Year's is that life is going by fast. Life is going by fast, y'all. I mean, I know y'all seen that movie Groundhog's Day. Sometimes you're like, damn, didn't I just do that? Like today is garbage day for me to take the garbage out. I'm like, damn, I just took that garbage out. Sheesh, I take it out again. It's like seem like garbage day just comes. It's every day. That's how fast life is moving. That's how fast it's moving every day. Look at your kid. Look at your kid. Look at your son and your daughter. And look how big they getting. You're like, damn, you was just like this. Now you like this. You better value your time, y'all. You better take advantage of the time that we got left. You better serve some purpose, man. If it's something you're trying to improve before our time is up here, you better get on it, man. You don't got time like you think you got. A lot of y'all think y'all got time, and it's going to be very detrimental. Time is moving like this, man. We already 5 years in from the pandemic. 2020, we all thought it was over. Here we are 5 years past 2020. 5 years. It's been 5 years since that critical moment where people thought, oh, the world is over, man. We got to stay indoors. We got to wear a mask. Oh, my God. Oh, we got to take these shots. Oh, my God. Oh, I can't travel. Oh, I'm going to lose my job because they told me if I don't get this put in my body. Oh. 5 years. It's been 5 years. And cats still ain't figured out we've been played. 5 years. Now think about all the people that went and did all that stuff, got all the stuff put in their body, and the ones that haven't. How did that make you feel? Because they told you need to do it, but what about all the other people that didn't do it and still got their jobs? They still traveling. How do you feel? Like, I'm curious. I've never really asked that question, but I wonder how the people feel that went and was in fear, did everything they told you to do, and then you got a friend that said, nah, I ain't did that. I still got my job. I'm still traveling. I'm still doing this. I'm like, how do you feel? How do you feel about that? Because I'd be pissed. You told me I was gonna lose my job. You told me I couldn't travel. You told me to do that, and he ain't got nothing, and he's doing everything. I would feel bad, bro. That would make me feel like, man, I gave up on God, as far as I'm concerned. Because God told us we shouldn't have no fear of nothing, man. No matter what. No matter what. Can you imagine all these people now that's having complications now? Don't you realize how many people we lost within 5 years? Have y'all even realized there's so many people dropping and dropping, and you wondering, why is everybody dropping and nobody has no answers? Maybe you forgot that you took this shot 5 years ago. Maybe. You don't know what was in it. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that we got to start doing better, man, and stop allowing people to put fear in us, bro. That shit pissed me off. I bet it did. Mad piss, bro. I know. And I'm glad y'all being real, because I would be through the roof. You told me that I would lose my job. You told me that I couldn't travel. You told me blah, 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 blah. I went and did it. And now you say, oh, no, you ain't got to do it no more. Everything's cool now. What? That's wow. That's wow. Man, listen, man. I'm going to tell you something. That's a cold game. So that leads me to believe that all they want to do is get as many as they can. They met their quota. They're like, okay, it's all good. We got all the suckers we need. We don't need no more. Everything's cool now. We met our quota. That's what it looked like to me. It was all about a quota. but I could be wrong. Who am I? This is for entertainment purposes only. This is just entertainment, y'all. I believe in the system. The system is great. Trust me, I believe everything they say. You know, we should trust our system because the system will build us to be great men and women. I trust the system. So this is for entertainment purposes only. Everything that they say is the truth. We need to abide by the truth. Lost my job because I never took. Man, that's terrible, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. It's crazy. But anyway, man, you know, it is what it is, man. We just got to stay sharp, and we got to just stay on top of our game, man. You know, stay on top of our game, stay prayed up, have discernment, and keep working, man, and keep working to be great. That's it. That's it. 50% off on the ski drum packs, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if y'all don't know about them drums, man, go get those drums. 50% off. Like I said, it's only until midnight. It's only to midnight. So if y'all want 50% off the drums, go get the drums. Drums is crazy. I got them to QD3. Like, man, they crazy. The drums is crazy. So if y'all don't have some of the drums, go get them. Check them out. Half off today. You know, let's start this first of the year off right, man. Let's say, what drums y'all get? I believe been around since Lysol cans, right? The system is our daddy. The system is our daddy. Man, you're right, Ski. Time is flying. It seemed like daughter was 3 years old yesterday. Now she's 9 today. Wow. Plus, it's my dad's birthday too, man. Happy birthday, your daughter and your dad, man. Wow, that's great. Time flies, man. Time is flying every day, man. I look at my daughter, man. She getting taller, longer, smarter. You know what I mean? And you know, we got to build relationships, man. You know, like, you know, you don't want to. You know, I'm so blessed, man, that I have the time, and my career has taken me where I'm able to do my career, but still be there for my daughter. Because, like I said before, well, my other two, you know, I had to travel. We didn't have, like, it's crazy though, but we didn't have all the stuff we had today, bro. I mean, it's just real. We didn't have that. We had phones. We didn't even have cell phones. I'm trying to think, but yeah, we didn't even have cell phones. So we didn't have FaceTime. When you traveled, you had to just call a land phone. Hey, let me speak to the kids. Okay, they good. Boom, 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 and be gone, you know? So, you know, this is a time for people, man. If you're at the second phase of life, you should be trying to make the best of it and try to really get caught up, because time go by quick, man. Because my oldest girls, man, they didn't have a chance to, you know, I had to travel. I had to go this. I had to do that. I had to do this. I had to do that. So pagers, yeah, you have pagers. Yeah, we have beepers. Exactly. You know, so, you know, man, enjoy your kids. 800 Sky pager. Yeah, man. I had that pager, man. I had the black one and the gray one. Man, crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy. Time go by, man. Just appreciate life, man, and try to, you know, every day appreciate everything, man, because it's not a game. It's not a game. Your kids is getting big, bro. I'm telling you, man, they're getting big right in front of your eyes, man. And you know what's even colder now is that if you got an iPhone, I don't know how they do on the Androids, but on the iPhones, you'll just look at your phone one day and all of a sudden memories come across. You're like, and it's just a picture of when your baby was born. You're like, oh, and you just start hitting your heart like, damn, I remember when she was. Then you just start, and then it just show you a picture of her now. You're like, damn. It just make you reflect, like, man, these iPhones are cold, man. They man, come on, man. It'll make you think about how time is flying, because you just look at it. Like, I seen a picture of my daughter when she was a baby and she was at the beach, and now I'm looking at her now. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? It'll make you reflect, man. Androids are the same with the, okay, because I don't have an Android, but I know the iPhone, boy, it'll bring up memories. I'm like, dude, like, man, I remember that picture when she was little and she did this and did that. And it's just like, time is flying, y'all. It's 1st of April, man. 1st of the year, man. I hope y'all get focused. Vicky said up here, get your drums today. She just sent a link. She just put the link to the store up here. I need to copy the link and go get these drums. Ski, my daughter is 20 years old. My youngest of 5. Wow. 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 Impressive, bro. Impressive. 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 That's a lot, man. My youngest of 5. Wow. Yeah, Vic just put it up there, man. So y'all go get those drums, man. People done got caught cheating with the memories. You right. Hey, man, iPhone and Google will get you caught up, man. iPhone and Google will get you caught up, man. You accidentally scroll and you see a person and you got one of your ex and she playing with her nipple. You like, why'd that come up? I thought I erased that. You didn't. Joke's on you, buddy. Hey, these phones is crazy, man. These phones is crazy, man. Crazy. If you get the earthquake drums, get the aftershocks to go along with it. Definitely a great recommendation. Because the earthquake and aftershock drums play great off of each other. My kids is in their 30s. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, my 2 oldest ones, they pretty much in their 30s. I think my hold on. Worst thing ever. What's screenshot? Oh, wow. Worst thing ever was screenshots. Right. Double edge. 4 boys, 1 girl, and God has blessed me to still be able to buy all your drums. Man, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody's support that's supporting the drums, that's knocking the drums. But the most thing is that I'm glad that the drums is making people's stuff sound incredible. Because that's the most important thing. Like, there's no need to get the drums if it don't do the job for you. You know what I'm saying? So the most important thing to me is that I'm glad that the drums help y'all stay inspired. That's the most important thing. Because if they don't, then don't get them. Don't get them. There's no need to get something that don't inspire you. But if they inspire you and you feel like, man, they bring the best out you and they get you creative, man, go get them all, man. Go. Every last one of them is going to sound good. And I'll be forgetting sometimes, but them acoustic drums, man, don't sleep on them acoustic drums. You want to talk about layering with the other drums? Them acoustic drums will come in handy. Like I just did something just recently for some stuff I'm working on. I took one of the acoustic snares and tucked it under one of the other snares, kind of brought it low, and it just made everything crack. It just cracked. Like it's certain things you do, man, to make stuff sound amazing. And yeah, man, that's what those drums do, man. So I hope y'all go take advantage of this 50% off today, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Have a great, blessed day. And get the drums that you couldn't get. They 50% off today. What's the yellow star behind the member's name mean? I don't know. Vic, you know? What's the yellow star behind the member's name mean? I don't know. I misplaced the wooden thumb drive. Man, you better find that drive, bro. You got so much stuff. Vic said all orders will be shipped out today. So anybody that's buying drives and stuff, the orders, if you're trying to get anybody that's trying to get the drives, some of the thumb drives and cassette drives, they're going out today. So if you want that drive, she will be sending them out today. Straight up. It means they clothes smell like pee. Like, that's crazy, bro. Man, come on, Lex. You ridiculous, bro. Oh man, that's wild, bro. That's wild. Stars indicate milestones for membership. Okay. Langston, come on, man. You wild, bro. The yellow and green stars are for the members' length of time. Oh, speaking of that, man, y'all need to get the membership, man. Like I said, if you're not members, man, I'm gonna be having QD3. I talked to QD3, Quincy Jones' son. Hope to have him on here, man. I just talked to Razzcast, so I'm gonna be having some actual membership lives. You know what I'm saying? It's between either it's gonna be a membership live or it's gonna be a Zoom, and then I'll put it up on the membership. One or the other, y'all should get membership, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have membership, you should, because y'all gonna miss out on a lot of great information. So that's what's up, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I thought it was because my payment was denied. Black, man, come on, bro, man. You crazy, bro. Funny Farm, what's up with you, sir? Bright, Crook, Double Edge, man. Shout out to all my riders. Big Sauce, man. Everybody, man. Everybody on your catchy noise. Langston, thank you, man. I appreciate everybody on here, man. Hope everybody go get those drums. Like I said, today is 50% off. Go rock them up. Get it cracking. The almighty EA Ski, man. Today is that day. All right? Let's get it. And oh, by the way, man, I want to thank everybody for the super chats, man. I appreciate all the super chats and the love that y'all show, man. I really appreciate everybody. If I missed anybody in the super chats, I apologize, man. I was just definitely holding a real dialogue with everybody, but I really appreciate the super chats. It shows a lot that y'all appreciate the content and just really the love that I try to bring to the channel to educate, man, and enlighten people on some of the things that people don't, you know, they probably don't think about or they probably don't realize. Like I said, if I said anything that made a person feel some type of way, well, you know, one of the hardest things in life, man, is to kind of listen to the truth. You know, hopefully if you hear what I say and you really assess it, you'll get a chance to really see that there's a lot of stuff that we have to be accountable for, and how we listen to stuff and how we move forward in life. Everything that I say on this channel is not to offend nobody. It's just to make us think from a different perspective, right? I've had to do a lot of soul searching in my journey to be the OG, to be somebody that y'all look to and say, man, you know, Ski has done that. I'm public domain. I've been in the game for a while. I've seen a lot. I've learned a lot. I've been around some of the best in the business. I've been around some of the elites. I've been around cats that have agendas. And I've seen so much stuff in my lifetime in this business that my views are based upon the stuff that I've seen real time. You know, I'm not just a normal person that just live a 9-to-5 life. I've been around some of the best in the business, multimillionaires, you know, people that have business, and I see how they work. I see how some people have the advantages and certain people don't. I see if you don't play certain games and you don't do certain things that, you know, you won't get what you're supposed to get. I've watched, you know, just eating certain foods and watching it make me lethargic and made me like not want to be motivated. I've seen so much stuff, and my views is my views. And like I said again, I'm not here to try to um make anybody feel bad about any decisions they made. I'm just saying this is the stuff that we got to deal with in life. And this is the reason why we have to get back to prayer. Whatever decisions you've made, you've made. We move forward and we do the best we can as we move forward. But I'm saying as we move forward, some of these things that I've talked about will make you think, damn, I did get played. I did get played. I did fall in this. I fall in that. So it's not to make you reflect on this, to make you say, okay, I got played there. So now it's time to move forward so we don't get played no more. So we can make powerful decisions to be great mentors to our kids, our grandkids, and anybody else. We gotta stop letting ourselves get manipulated. And that's all I'm trying to do. Is like I've gotten played too, multiple times on stuff. I thought the game was fair. I thought if I do the best I can, it would be right. But I've learned that it's not like that. And if you're not in a certain clique, it's not going to work in your advantage. And I've learned that the hard way. And this is why I tell you, it's the same thing with the gear companies. It's like if you're not in the clique, you don't play the game, you get ostracized, because when you know what you know and you know too much information, people is going to try to shut you down and try to keep you silent, because that is the ultimate game, is to kill off the narrative of the truth. So I just want everybody to understand, anything that I've said on here that's made you reflect and made you think, I meant that. But I didn't mean it to belittle you. I meant that to say, as you move forward, don't allow people to play you like that, man, because there's only one God, man. And God said we should walk in no fear. And we should not have no fear of anything that's going on out here, man. No matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? We stay on our knees and we pray and we let God handle it. And that's how we got to handle it. Or else we just worldly. And we're going to let the world control us. And this is the big reason why I don't smoke, why I don't drink, why I don't do drugs, because I'm not going to let the world tell me I need to fit in with people if I don't be in this type of society to be social. You know, we got to think for ourselves. Sometimes we got to say, nah, I don't want to do that. But I got love for you, but I don't want to do that. We got to make real choices for ourselves. Stop letting people belittle us and bully us into doing stuff that you know in your heart you shouldn't do, but you do it out of fear, or you do it because you want to fit in. There's no reason why, the same reason why people join gangs, certain reason why people do certain things. They want to fit in. Fitting in is going to be the reason why we lose in life, man. And so I hope people get this message and understand that I'm not saying it from a belittling place. I'm saying it from, we got to do better, man. We got to think on the situations they put us in and how we have to pray for each situation so we don't get played. The Almighty EA, man. Thank y'all for the super chats of love. Get the drums now, 50% off, man. I love y'all. God bless.